Please subscribe, like and share and press the bell icon to get notifications. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Rise Up, and today we'll be learning about triangles. First of all, I'll be discussing the part 1 of triangles. Later on, let's move into part 2, and this lesson is basically applicable for grade 10s and 11s for their GCE ordinary level examination. And in that GCE oral paper, most of the parts of the paper is covered using this lesson, so this lesson is very important, and I hope this video will clarify all your doubts related to this lesson. So watch this video until the end and clarify your doubts with me. Well, when you're done with this lesson, you will be fluent with the following areas: theorem of interior and exterior angles of a triangle and how to apply those theorems. So let's see what are the three types of basically triangles: equilateral triangle, isosceles triangle and scalene triangle. What is an equilateral triangle? When a triangle has all three sides equal, then it is called an equilateral triangle. Isosceles triangle means when two sides of a triangle are equal, it is called an isosceles triangle. Scalene triangle means when no sides are equal, then that triangle is named as scalene triangle. So in this lesson, you will be learning two theorems and their application. The exterior angle formed when a side of a triangle is produced is equal to the sum of the two interior opposite angles. Understand it very well, okay? Second one is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So this is the second part. So from the two theorems I said, one theorem is sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. So we are going to see how is it. So angles of a triangle, when you're talking about that, the angle has three vertices. So A, B, C I have named here. So the sum of angle A plus angle B plus angle C will give you 180 degree. So this is a very simple theorem. Sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degree. It is always 180 degree. Whatever the triangle it is, right angle triangle, isosceles triangle, scalene, equilateral, acute triangle, obtuse triangle, whatever the triangle it is, the sum of the triangles in sum of the angles in a triangle is always 180 degrees. So this is the one of the theorems you are going to learn out of the two theorems. The other theorem is exterior angle theorem. It is also very easy. So here exterior angle, that means angle D. Observe the diagram very well. The exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. The opposite interior angles are A and B. You are not considering the angle that is closer to D. You have to consider the opposite angles. So when you add A and B, that means A plus B will give the value of the exterior angle D. So the theorem is, close your eyes and tell the theorem. The exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the interior opposite angles. It is very easy. Study and memorize it now itself. So now let's move into the part 2 of triangles, and here also you will be learning some theorems, very simple theorems. Actually these theorems are related to the triangle, isosceles triangle. Okay, now let's move into the part 2 of this lesson. Isosceles triangle theorem. So I taught you what is an isosceles triangle. There are three types of triangles: equilateral, scalene and isosceles. Isosceles triangle means in the triangle, when two sides are equal, we call that triangle as isosceles. So in any isosceles triangle, the angles opposite the equal sides, I said no, two sides are equal, so the angle that are placed in those opposite equal sides are congruent also. So now see the diagram properly. The side AC is equal to BC, and that's why we call it an isosceles triangle. Therefore, since AC is equal to BC, the angle CAB and CBA are getting equal. Then the bisector CM bisects the base AB and bisects the vertex angle ACB. Therefore, when ACB is bisected by the bisector CM, the angle ACM gets equal to the angle BCM. So this is the first theorem of isosceles triangle. Okay, the converse of isosceles triangle theorem. What is the meaning of the word converse? Converse means the exact opposite of the theorem what we already talked. So, in the previous theorem I said that when two sides are equal in a triangle, the angles in those two sides get automatically equal. That is the theorem of isosceles triangle. Converse theorem says that when two angles of a triangle are equal or congruent, then the sides opposite to those two angles automatically get equal. So this is the converse theorem of isosceles triangle. So the figure given in the diagram clearly explains you both the theorems. So when they are equal, they become congruent as well. So study both the theorems, and they are very easy theorems, just the theorem and the converse only of isosceles triangles. Well students, after a long theory lesson, now let's move into the question round. And after discussing the question round, I am sure that this lesson will cover all your doubts, and I'm going to discuss around three questions here, and those three questions will be covering the basic theorems of triangles, including the theorems what we already talked in this video. So let's go to the questions. Okay, now I have taken a question, and this is a okay, first of all, before we do a question like this, we have to identify certain characters. So first of all, what is this triangle? As I taught you three types of triangles. So what is this triangle? Since two sides are equal, this is an isosceles triangle. So I'm writing that this is an isosceles triangle. Okay. So that is the first data I identified through the figure. Then now we have to find the angle, the value of the angles W, X, Y and Z. So you have to find the values of these angles, but only one angle is given for us. So don't get confused during a question like this. Okay, always remember, since this is an isosceles triangle, the opposite angles get equal. So I identified that Z angle should be equal to Y angle. So here see, because it's isosceles now, so these two angles get equal. Okay, now a little bit easier. So what is the first method? What is the first angle that can be found? Did you identify it? The first angle that can be found very easily is angle W, because the theorem I'm applying here is first theorem I write. These theorems are actually not only on this based on this lesson, some other lessons are also getting connected to this. So the theorem I'm going to apply here is, okay, remember, I'll remember angles in a straight line. Angles in a straight line is what? What is the value of the angles in a straight line? 180 degrees. Okay, so this is the value of angles in a straight line. So based on this theory, I'm going to find W. So what is W then? Therefore, W angle plus 170 degree angle should be what? 180 degree, because this is a straight line. BCE is a straight line. In the straight line, the angle W and 70 is present. Now don't consider this one, only these two you have to consider, because they are closer by. The angles are placed closer. So W plus 70 should be 180 according to this theorem. So finding W is easy. How? You have to make W alone. To make W alone, you have to remove this 170 degree. 170 degree and 180 degree. Sorry, this one 170, this 70, I'm sorry. 70 degree and 180 degree are like terms. That means they are numbers. So when I'm making W alone, since this is a plus, when it is going to that side, it becomes negative. So 180 degree minus 70 degree should be the value of W. So 180 minus 70 is 110 degrees. So value of W is 110. So now I found the value of W. So I'm writing that. I'm now a little bit relaxed. Now the second theory I'm going to apply to find Z, Y and X. So these are three angles remaining for me to find. So what is the easiest method to find which angle is it? Z, Y or X? Yes, Z and Y are equal. So finding these two are easy for us. This is a triangle. ABC is a triangle. What type of triangle? Isosceles triangle. In an isosceles triangle, the opposite sides, not opposite side, two sides are equal. Therefore, the two angles get equal. So now we know one angle. So to find the other two remaining angles, we can apply the theorem. What is the theorem? Now I am going to apply the next theorem. What is the next theorem? Sum, just now I told you, sum of the interior angles of a triangle. That means sum of the interior angle. The total of the interior inside angle is what? 180 degrees, same value. So now we know W, and now we have to find Z and Y. Z and Y are equal, so we have to find only one angle, then we have to equalize it to the other one. So what I'm going to do, Z angle plus Y angle plus W angle. What is the answer? They are the interior angles, the inside angles of the triangle, isosceles triangle. The sum is 180 degree, and there we found W, that is 110. So write it 110 degree, and Y and Z are equal. So you can take one letter through this. Since Z is equal to Y, you can take one angle, like you can write Z plus Z. You can write like that also, or else you can write like Y plus Y, anything. I just took Z plus Z because both are equal now. Did you understand? So Z plus 110 is a number, so we take it to the other side since they are like terms. Since it is a positive 110, when it is going to the other side, it becomes negative 110. So 180 minus 110 is what? 70 degrees. So 2Z is equal to 2Z. 2Z angles. How 2Z became? I took Y also as Z because they are equal. Okay, so 2Z is 70. So what is 1Z? To make 1Z, since this is a multiplication, 2 times Z is 2Z. Since it's a multiplication, when I'm taking this number 2, since it is a like term, when I take it to the other side, it becomes a division, and 70 divided by 2 is 35 degrees. So angle Z is equal to angle Y, and that is equal to the value 35 degrees. So what is the value of this angle? This is 35. Z value we found, that is 35 degrees. Y value we found, that is 35 degrees. And W value also we found. But I am not sure of the answer. Sometimes some feel that after doing this hard question, they feel this answer is not correct. So you can analyze whether your answer is correct or wrong by adding these three values, whether you get 180. Because we learned that sum of the interior inside angles of a triangle is 180. So by adding these three values, you can identify whether the 180 you are getting 180, and you can prove the accuracy. So I'm just going to add that somewhere here. Okay, 35. Z is 35, Y is 35, 110, W is 110. So this is 10, 3, 6, 7, 8, and you are getting 180. So your answer is correct for these three values. Now what is the only angle remaining? That is X. So that is the next theorem. Can you remember I taught two theorems in this lesson, and so the next theorem is to find X. So what is the theorem? So what is the theorem here? That is, X is an exterior angle. That means outside angle. X is an outside angle. So what is the theorem applicable for exterior angles? The interior opposite angle. When you are considering opposite angles, some get confused. Now when I turn this triangle into my side like this, I can see that W is Z and the opposite one is here. So likewise, when you can just tell also only three angles are there in a triangle, no, except the angle that is closer to the exterior angle, the other two angles are only considered as opposite angles. So the sum of, that means the sum of the interior opposite angle, inside opposite angle, in the triangle interior opposite. Okay, interior opposite angle, the sum of the interior opposite angle, when you add the two interior opposite angle, the sum of the interior opposite angles will be the exterior angle, will be the value of the exterior angle. So these two will give the value of X. So now it's very easy. We know W, we know X, we know Y. But for here we need only Z and W. So what is the answer? Z plus W will be giving X. Now we know the value of Z, that is 35 degrees. So write it here. We know the value of W, that is 110 degrees. So write it there, and X. So 110 plus 35, what is the value? 110 plus 35, I am going to add. Yes. X is equal to 145 degrees. So we found X, we found W, Z and Y are same value. So those get same values. So children, this question is very easy. three theorems are applied here. Out of that, 2 theorems are only taught in the lesson triangles part 1, and this theorem is little bit basic theory, that is we are learning from since grade 6 and all. So again I'll remind the 3 theorems. Angles in a straight line is 180 degree. From that we found W. Sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180. So from that we found that Z and Y, because this isosceles triangle 2 angles automatically get equal. And the next theorem is the final theorem. Sum of the 2 interior opposite angles will give the value of the exterior angle. For example, this Z plus W will give X, Z plus Y will give 70. We can check it. Z is 35, Y is 35. So Z plus Y, that means 35 plus 35 will give 70. So that is the theorem. So these are the 3 theorems, very important. Memorize it now itself, and let's do more questions and clarify our doubts. Okay, now this is a different question. This is a question of quadrilateral. So PQRS is a quadrilateral, and we are asked to prove that POQ is a right angle. That means this is a POQ. Yeah. We have asked to prove POQ is a right angle. So the data, first of all, we have to clarify the data. So we'll write, when you're doing a proof, you have to write data. What are the data given? QR is parallel to PS. QR parallel to PS. And also they have given RQO equal to OQP. These 2 angles are equal, and these 2 angles are equal. We'll just write the data. We don't know whether that data will be helpful to our question, but we'll write the data. So RQO. When you're writing angle, put this accent. RQO equal to OQP, and also SPO equal to OPQ. Here, this one, this angle equal to this angle. So that's all data given. So this is a quadrilateral. So the bisector of the interior angles P and Q is meeting at O. These are the bisectors. That means it is exactly dividing by half. So now through this data, PS is parallel to QR. What can we tell? And these are parallel. So now we'll start the proof. What is the proof? Parallel. So what is the type of angle here? You might have learned in grade 8 and all of the 3 types of angles: allied angles, corresponding angles, and alternate angles. Even in my previous videos I have taught you all about that. This is called alternate angle, this is corresponding angle, and this is allied angle. So here it's a allied angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the sum of the allied angles, that is SPQ plus RQP. This is equal to 180 degree, and within brackets don't forget to write the reason. You will get a marks for that. I'll write it here. Allied angles. What is the reason for us to say like that? Is allied angles. So then we can divide the both angles by 2 to get the theorem of axiom. Axiom we learn in grade 9. So I'm dividing SPQ by 2, and I'll add that for RQP, and I divide that by 2, and I will get, so this 180, now if I divide everything by 2, I should divide this also by 2. 180 degree divide by 2, and reason is axioms. We can prove this through another way also, that is because we know that PO is the bisector of SPQ and QO is the bisector of RQP. So we can write that in words you can write like, since PO is the bisector of this PO, the bisector of SPQ, and similarly you can write QO is the bisector of, just write shortly, QO is the bisector of RQP. So what can you say from that? This part, the first, let's number this as 1. You can prove that SPQ, which is divided by 2, should be equal to this QPO because it is a bisector. SPQ is exactly divided from this PO, no? So this SPQ is equal to, half of SPQ is equal to, what is that? QPO. So QPO Yes. Then this part. RQP, similarly the same way, divided by 2 is equal to, RQP is equal to PQO. This way is equal to this way, and RQP is equal to PQO, this angle. Okay, so here I said, from here itself we can prove that direct in order to come up to this level as well. 180 divided by 2 is 90 degree. So you can tell that half SPQ plus half RQP is equal to 90 degree. So you can write that half SPQ plus half RQP equal to half 180 degree, and that is equal to 90 degree. Okay, now we have like a little bit reached to the answer. So we now proved that half SPQ plus half RQP is equal to 90 degree. So we can tell that this half SPQ is equal to QP or no. So you can under half SPQ you can write this QPO because they are equal. QPO plus half RQP. Half RQP means PQO. PQO, that is equal to 90. That means P angle and Q angle. This P angle, QPO, they are mentioning about this angle, this portion. So QPO plus PQO, that means this angle. So these two angles are giving what value? 90 degree. When you add these two angles, they are saying it is 90 degree. So can you see these two angles are equal? That means this is an isosceles triangle. Okay. So now we have to find the angle QOP. If we find the angle QOP is 90 degree, we can directly prove that. Prove what we want. Okay, so very easy. The next step I am going through here. Therefore we can tell this is a triangle. Triangle, when considering triangle POQ. Now I am going to consider that triangle only. From that triangle I have already found the value of two angles, not separately but totally as a sum. In the triangle POQ, the sum of angle Q plus angle P plus angle O is giving 180 degrees. What is the theorem? The theorem is sum of the interior angle, the sum of the angles inside a triangle is 180 degree. You can write the theorem in front. The sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Now Q plus P, we know that value because we found that it is 90 degree here. Q plus P, here Q plus P, we found it is 90 degree. So angle O we don't know. We have to find that. So to make it alone, we have to take the like term to one side and make O alone. 90 degree is a positive number. So when it comes to that side, it becomes negative and it gets subtracted from 180. 180 minus 90 is 90. Therefore, the angle POQ, what we have asked to prove, POQ is a right angle. To become a right angle, what is the condition that you want to prove is 90 degree. So we have already done this. Therefore, we can say that angle POQ is a right angle because we proved that it is giving the value of 90 degrees. So this is the question. So in this question, you have to know about just axioms, and through axioms you can prove that the bisector thing, you have to prove that. Then you have to make equalize these two parts and you get the value 180 because 180 divided by 2. 180 came, how did 180 come? Through the theorem of allied angles. Allied angles we learn in grade 8 and 7 life, because three types of angles, don't forget: alternate, corresponding, allied. So this is how to do this question and how to do a proof. Now the last question I'm going to do. This is a triangle given. ABC is a triangle and they're asking us to find the value of ADB. In here two triangles are present. Do you notice that? The two triangles are ABC and ABD. Now our question is based on the triangle ABD, but we need the help of the big triangle ABC as well. So now I'm going to start doing the question. Okay, in this part also we have to apply some theorems that we learned. So I'm considering the triangle ABC. Okay, in the triangle ABC, what is the sum of the interior angles of a triangle? That is 180 degrees. So in the triangle ABC, angle A plus angle B plus angle C will give you 180 degree. The reason is the theorem. Sum of the, you have to write it, okay? Sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. You should know that. Okay, so then in here only one angle is given for us, value, that is C, 70 degrees given. So we'll write that, never mind. A plus B plus 70 degree will give you 180 degrees. Like terms, as my previous question was, I said always take like terms to that side. When it is a positive number, it becomes negative. When it is multiplication, it becomes division. When it is subtraction, it becomes addition. So here it is addition, it becomes subtraction. So A plus B you can leave alone. A plus B, they are letters, so they are like terms. And take 70 to that side. So 180 minus 70 is 110 degrees. Now they have given special values for us, A plus B. What is the triangle we are considering? ABC. So here ABC means here 2x. The value of A is 2x. The value of B is 2y. Can you see that? The value of A is 2x. Because we are considering the bigger triangle. No. When you are considering the bigger triangle, these both angles are included. So value of A is 2x. The value of B is 2y. So I am writing them in terms of the algebraic terms they have given for me. So 2x plus 2y is 180 degree. To make x and y alone, what is the problem we are having? 2 is the problem. So to make the take 2 away, you have to divide this full term. 2x plus 2y, we have to divide this by 2 and we get 110 degree. In other words, when I am writing this, I can take 2 outside and write x plus y inside, because 2 into x is 2x, 2 into y is 2y. When I divide this by 2, I should divide this 110 also by 2, because when you equal, no, equal means always when you do something to this side, that is affecting to this side at the same time. So here 2 and 2 get cancels off and x plus y get alone. So 110 divided by 2 is 55 degrees. So x plus y is 55 degrees. X plus y is 55 degree. Now let's go to the other triangle. What is a triangle? Triangle, okay, I'll do it from the color pen. Triangle ADB. Triangle ADB. So that is a triangle we are going to consider now. So in that triangle, we have to find the value of ADB. So in the triangle ADB, angle ADB plus angle DBA plus angle BAD. How am I writing like this? That is like this. Listen carefully and look at the diagram. Angle ADB. So when I say ADB, the middle letter is the angle. The next one DBA. DBA. So middle letter is the angle. Then BAD. Can you understand? So anyway, all the three angles are present. Angle A, angle B, angle D. So there are three vertices of the triangle. So here we have to find the value of the angle ADB. This angle only we have to find. For that, to find this, we should know these two angles. So from this question, we found the value of x and y. X plus y. X plus y means DBA is y, DAB, or we can say BAD, that is x, right, in terms of algebraic terms, and we don't know the value of this one, ADB. This sum of these three angles should be equal to 180 degrees. That is the theorem. What is the theorem? Again, same theorem you can write. Sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degree. So y plus x we found here. The value of x plus y is 55 degrees. So you can write this value as 55 degree. And you have to find the value of ADB only. So this is a number. It's a like term of this family. So you can take this positive term to this side and make it negative and make ADB alone our angle. Now we are very closer to the answer. So 180 degree minus 100 degree minus 55 degrees. 10 minus 5, 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. That is 125 degree. To check whether your answer is correct, what can you do? You can put 125 to here and add it with 255. That means 110. So 110 plus 125 will be giving 180 degree. So this is the easiest lesson in GC all level examination, and this lesson is giving you a lot of questions in the exam, and it is actually the theorems are in the lesson in separate places, not in one lesson actually. Even in these 3 questions we learned about 3 to 4 theorems. So study them and memorize them and practice more questions related to these lessons. Please subscribe, like and share and press the bell icon to get notifications.